We remember to charge our phones, our laptops, our cars, even our toothbrushes. But what about us? Where do we plug in to recharge? There's no red blinking light warning us. There's no alert that says low battery until one day we just hit empty. In a world drowning in noise, people are starving for something real, authentic human connection. And I believe each of us carries a human connection battery right here. And like any battery, it needs to be charged, not once, but continuously. The problem? We're drained by busyness, by burnout, pulled in 1,000 directions, and somewhere along the way, we forgot how to stay connected. So I started doing something about that. I started giving hugs. You see, I'm in the business of building relationships. I do that by selling homes, by hustling and working hard, by delivering hope, and by offering hugs. Every interaction, every conversation, and every hug teaches me something about what people need to feel connected. And I consider this my hug research. You see, I didn't grow up with daily hugs. I like them, but they weren't part of how we connected as a family. As I grew older, moved away, and started my own life, I started to feel it, that low battery. And that's when it hit me. It wasn't just about getting a hug. I also felt the need to give one, to offer one. Because what was missing wasn't just comfort, but connection, that simple human spark that doesn't just soothe you, it recharges you. So I found a way to invite more connection into my life, boldly. I bought a pink oversized t-shirt, on the front in giant letters, Hug Dealer. I didn't know it at the time, but that was the beginning of Hugs in the Wild, spontaneous, unscripted moments of connection shared with strangers, acquaintances, and fellow humans. I wore that t-shirt to a concert in Del Mar. It was packed with people. They noticed, they smiled. One guy, Ray, said, "Hey, I like your shirt." We talked, we hugged, we even went out on some dates. Connection sparked by cotton and curiosity. Another time, I wore it out to dinner. Later, walking down the street, a man saw me, smiled, and waved his hands at me like he wanted a hug. I had completely forgotten I was even wearing it. We smiled, we hugged, we went on our separate ways. Two strangers briefly impacted by connection through a t-shirt. Every time I wore that shirt, something changed in me. It stopped being a t-shirt. It became a tool, a signal, a quiet invitation, a small way of saying, "I'm open, I see you. Want to connect?" And as I became more intentional about hugging, I started holding them longer. Not long enough to feel weird, just long enough to feel real. I'd tell my sister, "Hold me, I want to feel your heartbeat." She laughed but kept holding. It was a HUG moment. Hold until grounded moment. Because I knew something good was happening. My sister, though, she still thinks it's weird. But when I hug, it's like a quiet reminder that everything is going to be okay. So I started doing it more. Friends, family, strangers, I'd end conversations with, "Do you want a hug?" Some said yes, some didn't. But for the ones that did, something shifted. Just recently, I hugged a 6'9" man at a rooftop bar in Nashville. A few days later, a stranger outside a coffee shop in the Gulch. At real estate pitch sessions in San Diego, I stand in the front of a room full of agents and say, "I'll be in the back if anybody needs a hug." Because I believe what we're all craving isn't just small talk. It's a real connection, a moment that powers up our human connection battery. I once saw a woman sitting alone at a bar. So I started talking to her. Before I left, I asked, "Do you want a hug?" Her whole face softened. She smiled, we hugged. It was like her human connection battery had been charged up. We don't always know what people are carrying, but we do know how we can show up. And that's power too. And it's not just about the kind of hug you give to others, but the kind of hug you give to yourself. I was on the phone with a close friend of mine. She's a single mom juggling way too much. In the middle of a move, she says, "Ange, I just need a hug." I said, "Amy, hug yourself. Wrap those arms around your body and say, 'I love you.'" Because in the absence of others, that self-hug is a quick charge too. When I started my hug research, I had no idea it would lead to all this, to stories, to strangers, to unexpected moments I now call hugs in the wild. So, what could be your way? You don't have to wear a pink t-shirt. You don't have to hug strangers at rooftop bars. But you can hug your family. You can hug your friends. You can hold on just a little longer than usual. That's the power of a hug. It's not just a gesture. It's a direct charge to the human heart. And the best part, you don't have to wait. So get out there. Start connecting. Start recharging for yourself, for someone else, for all of us, one hug at a time. Thank you.